Live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Minnesota Twins and the Milwaukee Brewers. First pitch coming at you. And on the hill in this one, Kyle Harrison. What should we keep an eye on here? All right, ready to get underway. Here's Byron Buxton.
Byron Buxton.
And this interleague matchup is underway. A little out front there as he swings through it.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count. Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. Buxton thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. One challenge remaining for them now. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball one. Next offering is fouled back. Just underway here in Milwaukee. Ball. And that one is in the dirt. 3-2 now. Ball four, tried another curve but couldn't locate it.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Austin Martin, the next Twin up to hit.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And that's a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Throw cut off to first.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Two on, one out. Runner on the move. There's a ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. 2-0. And another ball.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Line drive. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Victor Caratini at the plate now. That's ball 1. And that's in for a strike. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. Oh, and this one gets away. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Batting 6th, the catcher, Ryan Jeffers.
First inning going a bit long. 23 pitches to this point. Hard liner. Tracks it down for the out. And that's the third out. Twins leave the bases loaded. Now it's the Brewers' turn. Back here at American Family Field. And on the hill for the Twins, Taj Bradley. What do we have on him?
This guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
To third, and that's just foul. The 1-2. Cut on and missed. Curveball struck him out. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Christian Yelich. And now it'll be Christian Yelich, the MVP in 2018, the runner-up in 2019. Pitch misses inside. Ball one. Bradley. He's a guy that has both swing and miss stuff and exceptional command. I mean, that's a rare combination. That makes him one of the best in the game. Chris, he's currently the team leader in OPS. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. This one in the air right field, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second, and he'll make it safely. That's a double.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, get that barrel there to meet it just in time. I'll tell you what, it's not easy to do.
Turang wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. That just misses. Ball two. And if you're a hitter, you know that he's going to challenge you, right?
Yeah, you expect that, and that's why I think you go up there, you get three strikes, you take your hats. And this is from a guy who liked to swing it. You swing the bat.
Man at second, and he walked him.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Next, it's the Brewers cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio. So many strikeout guys do have trouble with walks because usually the strikeout is tied in to the stuff, and sometimes the stuff is difficult to command. Not the case here. The 1-1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. First and third, one down. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. One and two here.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. That one just misses. Full count now. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And they're all loaded up. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up and try to track the ball, block it.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty good two-out at bat coming up now.
Next to hit, Sal Frelick.
Hey!
Got him looking for the strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Twins, Cody Clemens.
Ball one.
Fouled off left side. Check swing went around. 1-2. Got him. One out in the second.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And first offering is fouled off. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And a couple of quick outs. Here's Trevor Larnach.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
Ball one.
No score here in the second. Swing and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on.
That's ball two.
Outside.
Nope, outside.
3 balls and a strike. That one lifted to left. Chourio on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back here in Milwaukee, bottom half of inning number 2. Luis Rengifo up now for the Brewers. And he grounds one to the right side. And foul ball. You'll want.
Ball one.
Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
Just missed. This one in the air. Clemens settles underneath it. 2 down. Gary Sanchez at the plate.
Number 99, Gary Sanchez.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers.
That's outside.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Inside, ball two.
That's outside. 3-1 now. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first. This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Top of the third, no score. Buxton on the run. Pitch misses inside. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Man at second. Up and in, and that's ball 2.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
The next offering misses. Ball 3. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
First and second, no outs. Austin Martin digs in now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is a big first out. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
2 on, 1 out. Fastball for a strike.
The heater is clearly giving him trouble early on in this one. I want to see him ready to swing against that pitch just a little more often.
Check on the runner. Buxton back in there.
You know, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitcher and that release point.
Battling here as he fouls it away. In the dirt. No movement on the bases. 1 and 2 the count. Runner edges away at second. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Vic Caratini at the plate.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
2 on, 2 outs. That one inside. Look out.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Turned on, but foul wide of third. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
The 1-2. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. The throw home. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And it's 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Oh, that's it.
The 1-1. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. His 9th homer of the year, and they add to their lead. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. The slight opposite field into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
So 2 down. So up next for Minnesota, Cody Clemens.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound, and this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. D.L. Hall, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. This one in the air. Rengifo should have this one, and that is that. Back here at American Family Field, bottom of the inning, William Contreras up now for the Brewers.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Contreras recently taking home Player of the Month honors.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
This one in the air. Lawler gets under it. And there's one down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
No swing. Yelich, multi-time All-Star, 34-year-old vet. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Nice grab. Throw to first, and they get the out.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Royce.
This is such a difficult play for third baseman, Chris. A sliding stop and worthy of another look for StatCast.
Well, I'll tell you, man, I'm frustrated if I'm the one hustling down the line the whole time, thinking I've got a knock and going to beat the throw, and then, boom, you hear the ball hit the mid, and you're out. That's just a great stop and great throw.
This is Bryce Terang. Right down to shoot, and it's 0-1.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. And they'll do it again. Got him swinging. Gone in order are the Brewers. They trail it here 4-0. Now on the bump, D.L. Hall. He's pitching on 2 days rest. And stepping in is the speedy Jordan Lawler. He was late there, strike one. Here's something to watch, Singy. He's got the best OPS on the team. He can hurt you. Swing and a miss.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one ripped to left. One away.
Up next to the Twins, the right fielder, number 9, Trevor Lawrence.
That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Ball 2.
And there's a ball. Challenge from behind the dish here. Goes down looking.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Byron Buxton, the next to hit. Ripped, but it curls foul. We know he's capable of hitting home runs, Chris. Nobody in the league has hit more. 2 down, nobody on. Fastball for a strike. Got him! Ricky Holiday with the call. Back here in Milwaukee, now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio. On the ground to the left. Not in time.
He's good.
Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
The 0-1. Fly ball down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Got him swinging for the K. Had him out front for strike 3.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Freely now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. The 0-2 stays alive. In the air, left field. Martin settles under this one. Out number 2.
Up next for the Brewers, the third baseman, number 13, Luis Renfroe.
And there's a foul ball. Now the 0-1. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
Man on second, 2 down. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
A great showcase of hustle tracking that ball down. They didn't get the out, but that's still a good baseball play right there.
Now, Joey Ortiz. First time up was a pop out.
That's a ball.
And there's the strike.
Tough spot right
that's
here. A
inside.
couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 2 outs. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Brewers strand a couple. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. We go to the top of the 5th, and now for the Twins, Luke Keeschel. That one lifted to left. Chourio turns to the right on the move. Fielding for the wall, makes the catch and foul ground. Swings and misses. That's strike one.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. 2 down. So digging in, Otto Lopez. Popped up left side. And that is that. Twins. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Number 99, Gary Sanchez.
Well, these Brewers finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
0-2 now.
That's a ball.
That one drilled left field. See you later. Gary Sanchez hits one out. 3rd home run of the season, and they cut into the lead. It's 4-1.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark. Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
There's a strike.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the out.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
In the air, right field. And there's 2 down. So up next, Bryce Terang. A strikeout and a walk. Right back to him on the mound. Tosses to first, and that is that. Brewers move closer with this blast. 5 innings complete. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far. Victor Caratini now at the plate. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Jared Koenig, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Anderson getting loose as well. And there's one away.
Up next for Minnesota,
Ryan Jeffers at the plate, looking to do more of what he did back in the 3rd.
No doubt that 3-run homer is a huge reason why they're in a good spot right now in this ball game, and an important swing of the bat.
Jeffers, 28 years old. He made his major league debut in 2020, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2018. Oh, great stop. Over to first. Pretty nice play there.
Ball. That's inside. Hey!
Two down, nobody on. Outside corner, got him looking. Back here at American Family Field, bottom of the sixth inning. Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers.
Ball one.
High fly ball, right field. And a quick out, number one. Close, but called a ball. Ball one. Swing and a miss, strike one.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Ball, that's out.
The Twins leading by 3 here in the bottom of the sixth. And now it's even up.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just
That's
off the edge of the plate.
Next one misses. Full count now. Got him looking for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Now it's going to be Sal Frelick.
No, that's low.
The 1-1. Fought off foul. Here's a 1-2.
Ball two.
Just
Oh,
misses
that's
the mark outside the zone. Up the middle, Lopez tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning.
For the Brewers.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jared Koenig.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Ripped to third and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Larnach in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And the 0-1.
Nope, that's inside.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a ball and 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So back to the top of the order. Now here is Byron Buxton. A walk and a pair of strikeouts.
Even with really good velocity, two-seam fastball up in the zone to a left-handed hitter. Even though that velocity is good, you see it really well, and it can be a dangerous pitch.
2 down, nobody on. Here the top half of inning number 7. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. Back here in Milwaukee, set for the last half of the 7th. Luis Rengifo up now for the Brewers. So they bring on the veteran, Justin Topa.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active. Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Rengifo not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
And no throw for some reason as he reaches first. That's got to be an error. Pitch misses, ball 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And the sweeper misses.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Next pitch in for a strike. And now 3-1. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Sanchez in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
That one in the dirt and gets away. Throw into third. Tag, safe. And a wild pitch, and both runners are in scoring position. The Brewers with the tying run at the plate. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that is a big first out.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Strike 1. That's off the inside corner, and now it's even 1-1. Just missed.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he...
And that one gets away at the plate. But all the runners hold. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss. And the count's full. And that'll load the bases.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving, and it sets up a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded.
On the mound now for the Twins, Taylor Rogers.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Yelich swings through it for strike 1. Rengifo at third. Ortiz on second. Contreras at first. One gone. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
That one ripped, but foul. Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Battling here as he fouls it away. Chopper to second. Keishel in plenty of time to first, out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. So the Twins pen delivers in that spot. Eighth inning coming up. It's the Twins. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Grant Anderson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Ball.
Drilled out towards left center field. That one carrying. And caught on the warning track.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Angel Serpa getting ready to go. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there are two outs. Now it's the shortstop, Otto Lopez. 0 for 3 in this one. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 8th. Swings through the sweeper. Inside.
That's inside.
It's 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. It's the Twins. Back here at American Family Field. Ready for the bottom of the 8th.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W. Most hitters are looking for a first pitch fastball. You're not really timed up for a changeup. So if it's well located by the pitcher, he can get strike one. Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
On the ground. Whips it to first on the run. And he gets him. Nicely done.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Number 5, Garrett.
So digging in, Garrett Mitchell. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Ground ball left side. And it goes just foul. The Brewers trailing by 3 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Off the mark there. And 1-1.
Ball. That's down.
On the ground, right side. Clemens steps on the bag, and they get the out.
Up next for the Brewers, the right fielder, number 10. Now, Lewis.
That one's in there. Strike one.
Ball. Down.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. What a play. Inning over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Angel Serpa will take over here.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
Line drive, base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. And pinch running for the Twins, Emmanuel Rodriguez. In the air, right side. He's got it, and there's one down.
Up next to the Twins.
Stepping in, Cody Clemens.
Cody Clemens.
So now pinch hitter for Minnesota, Eric Wagaman. Runner on first with one down for him.
That's a ball.
The 1-0. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Rodriguez, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. In for a strike. Now 1-2. That one missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, I'm not really sure why he let that one go by. I mean, out of the hand, it had a lot of the strike zone. Sure, it had some good arm side run at the end to...
Runner takes off. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Pickoff throw, and it gets away into center. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-2.
Yep, that ball went out. Nope.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And it remains 2-2. Runner at second, 2 down. Pitch misses, and it's a full count. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Swing and a pop-up. And that'll do it. It's the Twins. Back here in Milwaukee. All set for the bottom of the 9th. Luis Rengifo up now for the Brewers.
Now pitching for
Cole Sands comes on trying to close it out.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Foul ball there. Sands, he's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks. Larnach has a beat on it, and there's one down.
I think it's the deception and his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable. When you only see him once, a lot of times he has success.
0-1. Got to be clever too when you don't have that lights out stuff, right?
Absolutely. You got to know what you're able to do instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is. Stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
Here's the 0-2. Just a slow ground ball this time, slinging it to first in time.
Up next for the Brewers.
So it's their last chance in this one. Here is Gary Sanchez. He's already homered here in this one. Sands on the mound for the 40th time this season, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2018. The Twins trying to close out a 3-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
This was by no means an offensive outburst. Only 4 hits the entire game, but good teams find a way to win, and they did.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long